Young and the Restless.
Daniel Wilmolotti Jr., I will never, ever forgive you for this.
We might have a lead on what happened to Lily.
We feel like we should check it out.
Yeah, of course. Do whatever it takes to keep the family safe.
So Matt Clark is free.
Just disappeared. Once he was released, he took off.
That means he could be anywhere. He could be on this ranch. How is this happening again?
The Young and the Restless, YNR, spoilers for Thursday, February 26th, reveal that Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, will land on the hot seat over what he did with Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil, and the twins. Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, will also fly into panic mode over some news she's about to receive. So let's discuss what YNR fans can expect. For starters, Noah Newman, Lucas Adams, and Sienna Bacall, Tamara Braun, will head to Crimson Lights for a conversation with Sharon and Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow. Nick and Sharon will be ready to spread the word about Matt Clark's, Roger Howarth, release, but they'll realize Sienna and Noah already know. Of course, Noah will show the disturbing text messages he received from an unknown number, so Sharon will reel over Matt already reaching out with a revenge threat. Sharon will fear for both Noah and Sienna, but Noah's priority will be making sure Sienna stays out of harm's way. Detective James Burrow, Matt Cohen, will eventually pop up to discuss all the Matt drama as well, but Nick will remain determined to take the law into his own hands and get rid of Matt himself. As for Devin Winters, Brighton James, he'll fill Nate Hastings, Sean Dominic, in on his confrontation with Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn, and confirm Lily's been taken along with the twins. Nate and Devin may think this has Victor written all over it since it's the logical move for leverage on Kane, even if they find this triple kidnapping despicable. However, it looks like Devin and Nate will keep things vague for now as they tell Abby Newman, Melissa Ordway, about a potential lead on what happened to Lily. Until they have Victor confirmation, Nate and Devin may agree not to stress Abby out about what her father's done, especially since she's still on edge following Dominic Winters, Ethan Ray Clark, snatching. Nevertheless, Devin and Nate will ultimately corner Victor for the truth, so he'll face a Lily-related ambush and will have to answer some tough questions. Victor might assure Nate and Devin that Kane's family is perfectly fine, but he'll need Kane to keep believing there's a threat if he wants to get his company back. Devin and Nate may be skeptical if Victor promises Lily's on board and has been apprised of all the latest developments. On Kane's train, he'll confess something to Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, as a guard prevents her from leaving. Kane might admit he's willing to do anything to put Newman Enterprises back in Victor's hands and make sure his family walks free. Kane may warn Phyllis not to test the limits of what he's capable of, but Phyllis isn't easily intimidated and may stand up to Kane despite his threats. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Phyllis and Kane have another fierce face-off on the way, so stay tuned. The drama in Genoa City reaches a fever pitch on Thursday, February 26th, as two major storylines collide with explosive force. According to official spoilers, Victor Newman finds himself cornered by a determined Devin Hamilton and Nate Hastings, who are ready to confront the mustache about his role in Lily Winters' mysterious disappearance. Simultaneously, the ripple effects of Matt Clark's shocking release from custody continue to spread, leaving Noah Newman terrified for Sienna Bacall's safety. As secrets threaten to surface and alliances crack, Thursday's episode promises to be a pivotal moment in the February sweeps period. Victor's house of cards begins to tumble. For weeks, Victor Newman has operated with his characteristic belief that he alone knows what is best for his family and his empire. His decision to orchestrate Lily Winters' disappearance as leverage in his war against Phyllis Summers and Kane Ashby was classic Victor, ruthless, calculated, and designed to send a message. However, on Thursday, the consequences of that decision come crashing down around him. Devin and Nate have spent days following leads and growing increasingly frantic about Lily's whereabouts. Their fear has slowly transformed into fury as evidence has mounted pointing toward Victor's involvement. Thursday's episode brings the confrontation viewers have been waiting for, as the two men corner Victor and demand answers about Lily's location. The spoilers indicate that Victor, true to form, remains as tight-lipped as the Sphinx. He refuses to give them any useful information, likely falling back on his familiar defense that he knows what he's doing and that Lily is safe. But Devon is no longer the young man who could be easily intimidated or placated by Victor's grand pronouncements. He is a father himself now, and the woman missing is not just his business partner, but his family. Nate, too, stands firm beside his cousin, his medical training and logical mind telling him that any situation Victor controls is inherently dangerous. This confrontation represents more than just a heated argument. It signals the potential unraveling of Victor's carefully constructed plan. As noted in recent spoilers, Lily may not be cooperating fully anymore, and those holding her may be growing restless. Victor built his empire on controlling the narrative, but with Devon and Nate now breathing down his neck, that control is slipping through his fingers. The timing could not be worse for Victor. His family is already fractured, with Victoria feeling sidelined in favor of Adam and Nick spiraling into a painkiller addiction that threatens to expose itself at any moment. The patriarch who prides himself on managing every variable has suddenly lost command of several critical ones at once. Kane's confession changes everything. While Victor faces his accusers, another piece of his scheme threatens to collapse entirely. Thursday's episode features Kane Ashby finally coming clean to Phyllis Summers. This confession has been building for days, with Kane growing increasingly suspicious as the details of Victor's plan stopped aligning with reality. For Phyllis, hearing the truth from Kane will be a moment of vindication and horror. She has spent weeks fighting the Newmans, believing she was simply engaged in corporate warfare. The revelation that Victor escalated their battle to the point of using Lily as a pawn will likely ignite a fury even more intense than her usual fire. Phyllis has never been one to back down from a fight, and learning that her actions indirectly led to Lily's endangerment will only fuel her determination to bring Victor down. Kane's confession also serves a crucial narrative purpose. It confirms for the audience what many have suspected. Victor promised Nikki over dinner that Lily was fine, but his vague assurances always carried the weight of deception. Now, with Kane verbalizing the truth to Phyllis, the pieces are in place for a wider confrontation that could draw in the Abbotts, the Chancellors, and everyone caught in the crossfire of Victor's latest power play. Noah's terror as Matt Clark roams free. Parallel to the Lily Winters drama, the Newman family continues to grapple with the fallout from Matt Clark's dismissal in court. The judge's decision to throw out all charges against the man who drugged Sharon, manipulated Noah, and ran a fentanyl operation out of a nightclub has left the Newmans reeling. On Thursday, that fear crystallizes around Sienna Bacall. Noah grows increasingly anxious, worrying that Sienna may not be safe with Matt now free and presumably seeking revenge. This fear is well-founded. Matt Clark is not the type of man to simply disappear quietly. He thrives on control and manipulation, and the humiliation of his arrest, coupled with the Newmans'